A few years ago, when I was deciding between Real and eXp, I spent months comparing the companies. If you're considering a similar move, this video should save you a lot of time. I'm going to walk you through the real differences between the companies, the economics, the culture, the tech, and a few other variables so you can decide which brokerage fits you best. I'm Mark Pearson. I'm a real estate broker in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Back in 2022, I compared a lot of brokerages, and with the changes in our industry, I felt cloud-based companies were better equipped to pivot and adapt, and I wanted a model that was built for the future. So I narrowed my focus down to two companies, Real and eXp. I talked to agents at both companies, made spreadsheets comparing commission splits and caps and fees, and I tried to understand the culture at each company. For me, Real was just a better fit for my business, but I've also had friends choose eXp and do great there. That's why I made this video, to help you decide which company fits you. I also want to say something about Glenn Sanford. I think Glenn is a visionary. He proved that a cloud-based brokerage could scale nationally, and I have a lot of respect for what Glenn built at eXp. Let's take a look at how Real and eXp are similar. Both companies are cloud-based brokerage, which means typically you won't have a local brick-and-mortar office. Both offer competitive splits and commission caps. Both companies offer stock opportunities tied to production and growth. Both companies include a revenue share model. Real and eXp both have strong agent communities, though there are some differences I'll discuss a little later. So the question is, which one fits you better? Let's start with the numbers. eXp has an 80-20 split with a $16,000 annual cap. They also charge an $85 monthly brokerage fee. Real has an 85-15 split with a $12,000 annual cap, and instead of a monthly fee, Real charges a $750 annual brokerage fee, which is paid by deducting $250 each from your first 3 transactions of the year. A mid-level producer will likely keep about $4,000 to $6,000 more of their money every year at Real. For big producers, the difference becomes less significant after capping and achieving elite agent and icon levels. But if you're a team leader, make sure you consider the economics from your team member standpoint. Text me or email me and I'll send you a calculator that you can use to compare fees between Real, your current brokerage, and any other companies you're considering. Both companies have strong tech compared to a traditional brokerage, and while both live in the cloud, their tech stacks are built on 2 completely different philosophies. The avatar-based eXp world was revolutionary 10 years ago, but most of the agents I talk to about it find it clunky. In general, think of eXp's tech stack as a curated bundle of rented and licensed products. Real has taken more of an Apple approach, proprietary and vertical. They don't want to rent tech, they want to own it. The centerpiece is reZEN, which is designed to centralize every aspect of an agent's business into a single mobile and desktop interface. It integrates transaction management, e-signatures, Real Wallet, which is Real's fintech product, commission tracking. It allows you to see your current equity position with the company and your revenue share, and every other aspect of your business in one place. And by building this ecosystem in-house, Real eliminates the need for third-party software fees while providing agents with really unique features like mobile check deposits and a built-in AI assistant. Real has really chosen to double down on AI. The built-in AI assistant is named Leo. Leo is also being developed as a voice-first concierge for clients. While I think that eXp has a great tech stack compared to most traditional brokerages, I think that the way that Real is choosing to develop their tech is more future-proof. The biggest difference I saw when comparing the companies is the culture. And this is a tough one to quantify, but I'm going to do my best to explain it in real-world terms. When I was exploring eXp, one thing I kept hearing was it's really important to choose the right downline. At eXp, the structure allows for large organizations inside the company. And this can work to your advantage if you're in the right downline, but it also creates silos. So in practice, training is often protected inside individual downlines, and tools and coaching can be protected within a group as well. On the other hand, the concept of one Real is that agents operate inside one shared ecosystem. And in practice, that means we have a shared company culture, and our training programs and mastermind sessions are shared with everyone in the company. There's a lot of collaboration between agents, and I've never heard anyone ask who your sponsor is before offering to help. There's nothing inherently wrong with the silos at eXp, but for me, it just doesn't align with the way I choose to collaborate with other agents and brokers. Overall, I think eXp and Real both offer great training for new and experienced agents, and I think both companies do as good or better of a job than traditional brokerages. I'm not going to get into the details about revenue share in this video because I don't think it's a major factor for most agents comparing these two companies. But I will do another video with an in-depth comparison, and feel free to reach out if you need to compare the revenue share programs to make your decision. So who should choose eXp? It may be a better fit if the size of the company and the number of agents matters to you, either because you think that gives you a marketing advantage or a bigger referral network, whatever your reasons are. You may also choose eXp if there's a specific downline that you think can help your business. And finally, if you don't want to actually sell real estate, eXp allows recruiting and pays revenue share regardless of whether or not you're a producing agent. Real may be better if you're a producing agent who is just interested in keeping more of your commission income. The split is higher, the cap is lower, the numbers probably make more sense for you at Real. If you want easier access to leadership, Real is smaller than eXp, and agent leaders and corporate leadership are helpful and accessible. And if you're interested in developing multiple streams of revenue and adding things like mortgage and title to your business, Real offers some great opportunities to increase your revenue. And finally, if you're attracted to a collaborative and relationship-driven culture, which is ultimately why I chose Real in 2022, and it's been great for my business and for my family. Here's what I think you should do if you're interested in Real and eXp. Number 1, talk to agents at both companies. Ask about the good and the bad, talk about their day-to-day experiences. Second, run the numbers. This may or may not be the deciding factor for you, but make sure you have a clear financial picture of your options. And finally, and maybe most importantly, choose the culture that you align with. If you want to experience some of the culture at Real, send me a message and I'll share some live mastermind links. If you're comparing Real and eXp and you want to run your personal numbers or have more questions you want to talk through, I'm happy to help. There's a link in the description to schedule a call. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe. I've got more videos coming out. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.